Hi, my name is Denise Mikami, and like you, I'm concerned about the state of where our public education is currently at within the United States. Specifically, I want to focus on a big problem that continues to prevent social equity and student success within the classroom: the lack of inclusive and equitable classroom designs within elementary education in the United States. According to the data from the National Center for Education Statistics, over 50% of public school students in the U.S. are students of color, and approximately 10% are English language learners. Unfortunately, the instructional design does not reflect the diversity of our students, which perpetuates the inequities we continue to see in elementary education. Disproportionate achievement gaps persist among students from historically marginalized communities, and this proposes that equity is more than just a policy issue, but a cognitive and pedagogical issue. Currently, the elementary classrooms are not being designed to support the diverse cognitive needs and experiences of our students. This continues to lead to missed opportunities and the reinforcement of systematic inequalities in elementary education. Cognitivism, as a theory of learning, can be a source of understanding and addressing this problem. At its core, cognitivism views learning as an active, constructive process where learners assimilate and accommodate new information based on existing mental schemas. The key components of the cognitivism theory includes the schemas, the importance of having prior knowledge, scaffolding, information processing, and metacognition. When applying these components in a classroom setting, it suggests that our students need to be supported in ways that reflect how they process, organize, and retrieve information. The instructional strategies need to activate the students' prior knowledge, provide cognitive scaffolds, reduce unnecessary cognitive load, and more importantly, it needs to encourage self-reflection on the learning process. Through the lens of the theory of cognitivism, creating an inclusive classroom is not just centered around diversity, but rather an instructional design that meets the cognitive needs of each unique student's learning processes. To approach such a complex problem, I would want to create an AI-driven personalized learning and cognitive scaffolding program in elementary classrooms nationwide. The platform would specifically focus on assessing students' prior knowledge, their language competency and background, and their preferred learning styles. Through collecting this data, we could use it to create differentiated instruction that includes interactive visuals and allows for metacognitive prompts that are tailored to each specific student's file. Drawing the cognitivist focus on schema activation and scaffolding, the AI platform would not only benefit the student, but the teacher as well. This would allow teachers to create lesson plans that are inclusive for all their students and know how to teach their specific class based upon the results of each child's file recorded on the AI platform. For example, there is a Hispanic student who has a strong background in creative writing, might receive an opportunity to create their own math problem that would show their understanding of how to solve that specific problem with the formula being taught in that given lesson. When the student is able to contextualize the problem in a way that reflects a familiar strength, it thereby anchors abstract content in a meaningful schema. Not only would the students benefit from this pilot program, but it would for the teachers as well. The teachers would be able to access cognitive coaching tools, which would help them to recognize where a specific child might be struggling or experiencing disconnects with new content. To be able to create this software and to launch it nationally, I would need funding to develop the program and make it user-friendly on all software platforms. I would also need to build partnerships with cognitive scientists to ensure that the algorithm is aligning with the updated research on memory, attention, and metacognition. There will also need to be funding to support our teachers in training them how to use this new software and how to interpret the data they are reading to build differentiated instructional lessons tailored to their class of students. The biggest resource I would need is support and infrastructure to ensure that there is equitable access to this technology regardless of a school's socioeconomic status. Each of these are essential to ensuring that not only are we implementing the technology, but utilizing it to create inclusivity and and equity across all elementary schools nationwide. So I ask of you to invest in the future of elementary education and that we are creating inclusive and equitable learning environments for all students. I need your help in order to bring this AI-powered program to life, to be able to start to break the cycle of systemic inequalities. Choosing to invest in this program will help to change the dynamic of how we approach teaching our students, and it will empower each teacher as well. Thank you for your time and for choosing to believe in a future where our students can thrive in inclusive and equitable classrooms.